Hey, what's going on? December 15th. 9 more days until Christmas. 9 more days until Christmas. 9 more days until Christmas. How many more days, shopping days there is for Christmas? You guys have left remaining before the stores close, before the mail stops delivering. Basically, you got very short time left now. It's December 15th, Sunday. We get ready for Monday, the beginning of the week. Things are going to start closing down around December 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, depending on what echelon of work you do. If you're a broker, you're probably off already. You probably have the whole month off of December. No, you're probably working until the last minute because you're just trying to make money if you haven't made money already. But anyhow, this thing is not about, it's about the UFOs. It's not about money. It's about the UFOs. What lights do we see? Is it about the Phoenix um, lights that we saw in 1997? Is that similar? Are they back? What do they want? You know, it's basically, what do they want? What do these lights mean? Is it our first contact? Are we going to have a big Christmas surprise? Is it the rebirth of Jesus on Christmas Day coming to basically save our sins or save us from our sins because we sin every day and we are very, you know, unique people that think that we don't do any bad, but we do any bad. And what I mean by that is like you do bad intentionally, especially in America. Like, you do bad intentionally, as in just simply by going to Walmart or buying an iPhone. The iPhone was probably, created or made by slave labor in China, um, or wherever in the world it may be. You know, that clothes that you wear is probably from a slave shop or a human trafficking shop or something like that. So there's a lot of bad things out there that about the rich nations do. That a person, you think that you're doing good, but you're just going to a rich church. A lot of people just go. We call them zombie churches because they're don't do any good. The church doesn't do any good. Some churches just, you pray, and what are you praying to every day? You're not helping yourself. Unfortunately, a lot of people have it in their head that, oh yeah, I'm going to church to forgive my sins, but what are you actually doing to help yourself to stop that mischief of forgiving your sins? It's okay to keep praying to Jesus, but you actually, put a front footprint or actually making, you know, actual cause instead of just praying all day. That's a lot of churches. They don't really, um, you know, tell you this, but I'm sorry, but they don't really help out. They're only there to collect that money at the end of the day. And unfortunately, um, you know, to help their bottom line. They're not there to help the homeless. Um, there's a lot of stuff that the church should be doing, but they don't do. They help third party organizations that pocket the money, and that doesn't really help the poor and stuff like that. America has like the most mass shootings in history, and where is the church to help out with all this stuff, man? Not putting down the church, but hey, why we even have that organization if the church is not even helping out? You know, it's or at least say, hey, you guys need to intervene or something. Just not going there and just praying to the zombie churches as we call them. And the zombie churches is something, man. It's that's what the black churches call the white churches, man. That's the zombie churches. The zombie churches, you just go there and blah 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 blah, and then just go home. You're not really meeting your neighbor. You're supposed to actually greet your neighbor, the person beside to you, and that person beside to you is supposed to help you out. You're supposed to help each other out, but a lot of churches don't do that. Even the black churches, they don't do that too, and we call them zombie churches, man, because like they just don't. You just go there and just be a zombie, like, yeah, oh, well, that's what are they doing at the end of the day? Yeah, what are they doing at the end of the day? Are they helping the homeless out? They claim they help them, but there's still like tons of homeless in California. I don't understand that. If the churches we have so in the America, if you look up the stats, America has so many churches compared to other countries, like, and then we still have the most problems. But not to go into so much of that problem, but God bless everybody. Hopefully, when you do go to church, you do practice what you preach. That's all I say. Practice what you preach. If you say, that you want to forgive your sins, or you know, help other people, help out your neighbor. When when you see your neighbor needs help moving or something, or go there and ask for help. This, we don't have that anymore, unfortunately. But anyhow, I didn't want to come off as such a damper, but the UFOs is here, man. Like what the UFO what the UFO want, and they changed the name of it too. They changed the name to un UFA or something like that. It's not UFO anymore. It's you unidentified flying something starts with A or something. I forgot what it was called, but you know the UFOs are really something that what is that? Is that some type of new technology that U.S. government that doesn't want us to know about yet, and they're just practicing about it, and anything over New Jersey is like, wow, like what could be happening? It's like it's close to New York, so the government, if it's not the government should be a little bit worried. Yeah, the government should be a little bit worried because right there by New York City is Wall Street, and you don't want to mess up Wall Street. Wall Street is like the money capital of the world, so basically, if you have something that can really change the society and stuff, you know, right there by Wall Street or DC, there should be some type of alarm for this type of thing right now, but no one's saying anything. Everyone's just seeing the lights and moving on to their business right now. But hold that thought. I gotta get some water because my mouth is really thirsty. Yeah. Yeah. What else we got? So UFOs. You know. Oh, small. Yeah, I need to blow my nose. Hold on. Oh yeah. But yeah. Unfortunately, you know, um, is basically it's it seems like it's a big secret of what's going on because like you don't have any proof, or it could be just a joke or a hoax? What can it be really be over the city of New Jersey? The Sopranos. Sopranos haven't aired in a couple of years, so. But anyhow, yeah, it's really good to see what happens. If it's false propaganda or true propaganda. What can be the problem with that? You know, it's you always look to see what the phenomenon is. It's UFO in Maryland. Um, you know, what can that be? UFO or Capital, Argentina UFO, UFO in New York City. Yeah. So you always wonder why haven't aliens ever came here yet? Yeah. Why hasn't aliens ever came here? I always thought like, well, humans are still dumb. You don't want to be around you're advanced. Um, whoever comes here from another solar system, another planet, they're very, very advanced. So you don't want to interact with people who act like from the dinosaur age. And that's why I believe that's why they don't interact with us. Um, if you really think about it, humans are still, they probably don't want to communicate with us because we're probably still in that dinosaur age as in mindset. So, like, if we came to another planet, if we were like the advanced civilization, we were flying to another solar system and found a planet like Earth and found humans, and we realized that the humans were like that dinosaur thinking. And what I mean by that, like dinosaur thinking, is like, wow, they're really are historic. Um, they're still in their you know like they still haven't figured things out, basically. It's one of those things that um we're still in the infancy of our brain development and stuff like that, so that they don't want to like anything to do with us. So that's why aliens don't come here, because of something like that. It's like us going to trying to communicate. How many years ago the dinosaurs was here? Was it 250 million years ago? It's something like that. Us trying to communicate with the dinosaurs. Like, hey, like, dude, like you're trying to communicate with the dinosaur. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna cause more destruction than anything else. But we do have resources here that they probably need. Like, we probably, first of all, we're probably food. We're meat, just like the you see all those videos in Africa. You know, you see all those videos in Africa of the lions, tigers, cheetahs, um, hunting the other animals for food, the meat, because the meat you need meat in your body to make muscle and get energy. They're not vegetable picking like the bulls and giraffes and deer and stuff like that. Like they need actual meat to survive. So, hopefully when the aliens come, we're not the actual meat for them to believe. Because you think about that stuff, and it makes sense. It really, really makes sense that you're hopefully we're not the meat for the aliens. But yeah, eventually stuff like that, you worry about. You worry about resources. Our resources, as in water. Do they need water? Do they need what else is do we have here? We think we have gold and diamonds and stuff like that. Platinum, platinum, and the plutonium, whatever you call it, uranium, you know, stuff like that. Do they need something that, or is there something else on this earth that we don't even know about that they want to have and want to mine? And it's like, hey, those people are in the way, so hopefully they don't think like that. And it's like, if we are in the way, like, oh yeah, all right, let's get rid of them. So hopefully when they do come, they don't have that type of thinking. So if they do, we're in trouble. Like, they say, hey, these people, these humans, like, that's all they do is play on TikTok all day, Facebook, Instagram, Redbook. That's all they do is just do these things all day, and they fight over each other about silly stuff. They do smash and grabs at the 7-Elevens and stuff like that. They do sideshows. They do ridiculous, spend $200 billion in wars with Ukraine and stuff like that. You know, these people don't deserve to live. Basically, these people don't deserve to live. Why they don't deserve to live? Because they are still prehistorical thinking. This prehistorical thinking is like us going back and trying to communicate with the dinosaurs, and that's highly unlikely if we could have any type of communication with dinosaurs. Like, if we went back in time and started trying to communicate with dinosaurs, it won't happen. The only time we did have communication is through orangutans and monkeys. Those are only, and dogs. Those are only type of animals we have came close to. Feel free to put in the comments what other animals have we tried to communicate with, but I think it's dogs, or monkeys, orangutans, and that's about it. Maybe dolphins, maybe, but it's really, really small fetch right there of who we try to communicate other than humans. And basically, those it's like us trying to communicate with the dinosaurs. I don't think we have no communicated patterns like how we have with monkeys and dogs, because we put monkeys and dogs in space, and they taught us like a lot of things about space exploration in the beginning, in the 60s, with Russia. Russia put I think the first actual living thing in space was either a monkey or a dog. So basically, our communicative patterns with other creatures is not very good. So that's why I think aliens just don't come here. Why they don't come here? Why they haven't communicated with us? We've been here how many years? How many years have we been here? But if you think about it, we've been here for around 2,000 years, around 100 years on record with video and pictures, and it's nothing on record about aliens or anything like that. So that's unfortunate, that we have not communicated with anything other than ourselves for the past 5,000, 10,000 years, because there's nothing on record that says, hey, this person or being is not from this planet. So that tells you something right there, like, and if you want to do the black perspective, why would aliens come here? We discriminate on the basis of someone's skin color, so we're still a lot of prehistorical thinking because of that right there. If we, the 1960s, black people finally barely start to have rights in the world because of America television. People saw that stuff on TV and say, hey, that's not cool. That's not cool. Basically, that, and then they would broadcast that to the UK, all throughout the world, and like they were saying, hey, that's not cool to beat someone up over their skin color, or beat someone up, or hang somebody like that. That wasn't cool. So that was broadcast on TV, and that took until the 1950s, the 1960s, and 1970s to broadcast that discrimination, um, throughout the world, because then other affiliates will see it, and other people will see it throughout the world and say, "Hey, I thought that's America. Like, what's going on?" Like, people would like say, "I thought America was different," but no, it's not. They're beating up, torturing black people because I don't know. We were second class citizens, I guess. You're putting it back on the bus, have color signs and stuff like that. You can't forget that stuff. That stuff was broadcast on TV, and that a lot of that stuff was. We're gonna have to be right back because our electricity is going off right now. We're at 2%. We're gonna need to get the plug. It's upstairs, so this is gonna be a short intercession. So please stay tuned. Hopefully, we can make it. So please stay tuned. Almost there. Hopefully, we make it. Hopefully, our laptop doesn't. Hopefully, our laptop doesn't reboot. There we go. We hear the sign. But yeah. But yeah, where were we? Yeah, you think about it. You think about why aliens haven't came here. And that what I was talking about before, um, the civil rights movement wasn't too long ago. And the civil rights movement helped women's rights, or I should say women's rights, has helped LGQT, the lesbian, the gay community. It has helped them get their rights. It has helped a lot of people in their rights. It's the forward thinking strategies of, this, black right problems here in America. So if you really think about it, um, black people getting their rights made everyone else get their rights too. So, we didn't think that, you know, we had different types of other problems other than black white issues. So, other than that, if you think about it, but yeah, if you think about it, that, um, you know, why would aliens come here? Why would they come here? They will come here to do what? We can't communicate with them. We're actually evil people. I don't think one person here on this earth has not sinned or done bad things in order to get ahead, and that's what thing that's at. You know, uh, how much wars and stuff we have fought over, and especially in America and throughout the world, it's not like a cup of tea. I'm pretty sure there's other better civilizations out there than ours. So maybe these, hopefully, these lights are just some type of weather drone or something like that, or some type of spy drone or something like that. But you never know. You never know. Is it time for us? Because um, I always thought that Trump is coming up an election, and they'll do anything to try to disrupt his presidency. And that came up to mind because COVID was one of those things that disrupted his presidency. Like we were doing good. We were doing damn good with before COVID came up. COVID came up and destroyed his presidency, unfortunately. And if it wasn't for COVID, he would have got the whole 8 years and probably had his daughter come up next or something like that. Or I don't think his sons are up to the fight, but maybe Barron. But that's still like 20, 30 years ahead of ourselves. But maybe his daughter would have been the next choice after that, because his daughter was doing a lot behind the scenes, and hopefully she still do a lot because of her husband, behind the scenes, of Trump. And Trump, has his family behind his back because his family is the only person that he could really trust is his sons and daughters. That's why you have a lot of sons and daughters, is so they could take over the family business if the family business is really big. You have sometimes you get too old as an individual, and you have your son, your next of kin, will take over the business. So hopefully, his daughter will, come back and help out because his daughter was doing a very, very good job. A lot of people don't understand that, but his daughter was, pulling the ropes right there. She was getting stuff done. She was getting stuff done in China, like, although she was, helping her own stuff out, with her own businesses and stuff like that. But you know what? You can't knock her for that. It's like if I'm doing business with China, it's like, hey, you need to buy these or export these with no tax to as my personal clothing line or perfume line or wherever she has that she was doing over there that was, you know, kind of like not in the realm of things, but those type of things is like you can't help. Every politician needs to make money too. So, but other than that, she was pulling the ropes of Trump's campaign, and she was really making things run in the White House because she's not like his first wife. She's a really born American. She really knows the system. Not like God bless Melania Trump, but Melania Trump is still, you know, she's a good person and all that, but and all that. But if she's hasn't been born here, Trump's daughter has been born here. Trump's daughter has been through all like I would say like things like the JFK assassination and stuff like that. But yeah, things like that, Trump's daughter is probably should have ran for president herself if Trump can't run anymore, and maybe even become vice president, because she does so much stuff for to run the operations of the White House and the business side of um, you know the Trump corporation. So anyhow, other than that, the UFOs again, the UFOs, hopefully, it'll be nice to see the whole UFO thing. Like, it'll be nice to see aliens for the first time, to see what they really look like. Are they human like? Are they predator looking like? Or are they here to conquer us? If they were here to conquer us, they were already conquer us a long time ago. So hopefully that's not the issue right now. But yeah, they are other than that, you always think that they are here to help us. But who are them to help us? Are we there to help them? It's really, really, um, we have a lot of questions. Do we even want them here? Because what's their agenda? You come all those miles to come here. Like, yeah, I don't buy that. They're here for something. They are here for something. Hopefully, they're here for humanitarian reasons to say, hey, you know, it'd be nice for them to tell us, like, hey, they give us cures for diseases and stuff like that. They give us direction and, you know, you could say humanity and stuff like that. Give us directions like, hey, asteroid is going to hit us in 10 years, what we need to do in order to deflect that asteroid or something like that. Or this things, facts about the universe that we don't know. And this is a big thing, also about religion too. Like, you know, that's why I think they keep aliens a secret because religion. What do we do about religion once aliens come here? Because in the great book in the Bible, they are the God, right? Like they are the God, because the God is the most powerful thing in the universe. The most powerful thing in the universe, if they could come here millions and miles away from trillions, and find us and tell us like, hey, we're from another civilization, another star system, another solar system, another universe, another galaxy. We have a crazy technology. And so eventually, all our stuff that we were believing back then, is it still valid? We have a lot of questions that we need to answer from that. So, you know, and is there a system set in place to answer those questions, or are we just going to go in chaos and start shooting guns in the air? It's going to be a lot of chaotic things if aliens do come here and figure things out for us. And are we going to believe them, or is it going to be like another V incident? Do you guys are too young to remember V, the show in the 80s, in the middle of the 80s? I think it was 80s or 90s. I can't remember. I was really young at the time, but it was a cool show about, you tear off their mask. There were lizards underneath, and they were here to, I forgot what they were here for. They were here to basically, um, take our oceans away or something. I can't remember the whole thing, but so, like, again, I was too young to remember. So, but they weren't here for our best interests. So, and they had took advantage of us. A lot of us were naive and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, they're here to save us, to cure. They gave us a whole bunch of, scientific information and stuff like that. And then eventually we found out, a couple of us found out that, hey, these people weren't here for our best interests. They weren't here for our best interests, because they were here to, I think, take our oceans or something like that. Or, oh, they were here to use us as food. Yeah, they were here to use us. They were they were kidnapping people and storing us for food for later use. It was really disturbing when they found out, like, a couple of rebels went onto their ship and found out that they, were storing humans on their ship for food. Because I guess, that is true. Like, like the lions and tigers and Africa, they what they gonna order, Uber or what? I remember I saw a comment that, you know what is that line? Some people were like doing, like, trolling this one comment, and is saying that, oh, like, oh, it's so sad that the lion, killed the giraffe or not, or killed the zebra. And then the next comment said, "Well, what do you expect the lion to do? Go order Uber? You know, the Uber is gonna gonna go, the Uber is gonna get delivered to the lion for food and stuff." He's like, "Yeah, right. See, it's like it's something like that with the aliens too. If you really think about it, you know, where they're gonna go and order Uber out in space. Space is gonna order the space. There's someone in space is gonna come and order, deliver them food and stuff. It's like, no, we are the food, you know. So that's something like V. I think it was in the 80s or the early 90s. I can't remember the whole show, but please look that up on YouTube. It's a very good show. You could, when they, you know, when they expose them on TV by, you know, turn off their mask. Oh shit. Not if I have a mask on. I'm real. Hopefully I'm real. Just a little bit tired. But anyhow, you know, it was a very good show. Um, you know, it was one of those shows that was all about storyline and not special effects. Back when special computers wasn't out in the realm like they used to, but yeah, man. That's a big problem is the aliens. If they come, you know, what do they want? They come all this way, you know, they're not just here for, you know, to help us out. I'm pretty sure they're more advanced than us. Like, what can we help them with? What can we help them with at the end of the day? You know, it's not much we could probably help them with. We're not really at advanced civilization yet. We're still in our infancy and our, you know, of our civilization. And what I mean by that, you know, if you really think about it, we barely got, um, over the black white issue, man, and it's not really over yet. It's just like, in the closet or swept underneath the rug. So racism and classism is just swept underneath the rug because of social media. It could expose you really quick. And you don't want social media to expose you because then, oh boy, you know, things could go south. Your brand could go south. Oh boy, I'm tired. It's Sunday. But yeah, no one's online because we're not popular yet. But yeah, we were talking about, exposure. Like, you know, it's really something that how we are a, civilization that still haven't got our act together after so many hundreds of years. So hopefully those lights are just, some kind of new technology that the U.S. government hasn't really told the people about. But yeah, hopefully there's nothing that will hurt us in the long run, but you know, will help us in the right now. But anyhow, other than that, let's move on. The college football playoffs. There's a couple of bowl games today. You know, if you can make it a bowl game, um, it's really fruitful for your university to have a good bowl game because it helps give you, you know, advertising dollars to your school. Other than that, what else is going on? Christmas shopping. Christmas shopping is here. Hopefully, you guys are out there. Hopefully, you order online. You know, it's, not cool to go out there and fight the crowds and stuff like that. So, but anyhow, yeah, we're exhausted. We're gonna turn this off. But you know, the UFOs are um, pretty cool. So go check them out. Hopefully, it's just a, you know, misunderstanding of drone lights of new technology that the U.S. government is playing with, and nothing is here to harm us here on, planet Mother Earth. But anyhow, happy Sunday, December 15th. It's around 12:44 p.m. I wish you guys a very happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, have a great new year, and basically have a good 2025 upcoming. So bon appetit, and see you in the next video.